Guys, we have an urgent information coming out when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. The US commander finally calls Russia the aggressor in war on Ukraine. At the same time, we have more breaking news here. India joins Belarus, Russia war games amid trade tensions with US. Iran and several other nations also present at military show of force held at a time of heightened global tensions. It seems like India, it seems like they chose who they side with. And they are joining basically the bear. All right, so this is a very powerful move here, guys. We're going to see what's going on with these news when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also the description box. Guys, I just went live on Patreon. The link to the Patreon in the description box. $5 a month. We get you access to our live stream. We go live. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on YouTube. This here will be my final video. I think I pushed 10 videos today. And thank you again for your support, guys. I really appreciate it. U.S. commander finally labeled Russia the aggressor in the war against Ukraine, further demonstrating a hardening of his position towards Moscow. So for the first time ever, the U.S. president finally labeled Russia the aggressor. So what's this supposed to mean? Well, it seems like Donald is finally waking up. He's smelling the Folgers in his cup. All right, so, and it seems like we're about to see something here. Again, these two countries are not coming to an agreement. Actually, tensions is getting a lot worse. It says here, referring to Ukrainian and Russian troop casualty, the U.S. commander told reporters Sunday 8,000 soldiers have passed this week from both countries, some more from the bear. But when you're the aggressor, you lose more. I don't know where Donald is getting that number, to be honest. I don't know where Donald is getting the number. But here's the thing. It's the opposite. Crane is losing more than the bear. I mean, with all this massive drone operation and so many, aircraft and ballistic and hypersonic, they're really dropping the hammer on Crane. So there was this one site, War News 24/7. They were amazing putting out their info. I mean, they had some really good sources and stuff like that. War News 24/7 used to put out the real numbers. I mean, it was just ridiculous. Crane soldiers being taken out every day. So it says here the U.S. commander has previously refused to condemn Moscow for the invasion with his administration, siding with the bear and North K. Now, in February, to reject a UN motion backing Ukraine territorial integrity and condemning Russia. The U.S. also objected to a G7 statement calling the bear an aggressor. In February, the U.S. commander has blamed Ukraine for the war, saying in April, you don't start a war against someone 20 times your size, then hope that people give you some missiles. Donald is absolutely right in this one here. He's absolutely right. I mean, again, you can't go against a country that's 20 times bigger than you. All right, and then you begging us to help you, knowing that we could get involved into this WW3. It says here, but the U.S. commander's stance towards the Kremlin has changed over the summer, with his administration exerting increasing pressure on Vladimir as the Russian leader stonewalls the U.S. commander efforts to broker direct peace talks with Ukraine leader Zelensky. I stopped 7 wars. This is the commander in chief. I stopped 7 wars, and I thought this one was going to be easy for me, but this has turned out to be tough. Donald, even I knew that this was going to be the toughest one. Donald said that he could end this war in 24 hours. And we've been saying this since last year. You can't end this in 24 hours. It ain't going to happen, Donald. I mean, he thought he was going to end it in 24 hours. No. Mm-mm. He spoke too soon. And he's realizing that this is the hardest one. So the U.S. commander said Sunday, referring to the Russian invasion, I think I have to do all the talking. They, Zelensky and Putin, hate each other. They hate each other so much they can't breathe. With U.S. Commander tougher stance failing to push Vladimir to the negotiating table with Zelensky, the U.S. commander administration is facing increasing calls to impose harsher sanctions on the bear. Now, the U.S. commander on Sunday claimed he planned to do so, but only after Europe stopped buying Russian oil and toughens its own sanctions regime. Now, while the U.S. commander said European countries are his friends, they are still buying oil from the bear. Donald, you think they're your friends, but you just landed on the UK and didn't even roll in the red carpet. You were basically walking on tarmac. So I don't want to, it says here, I don't want them to buy oil. And the sanctions that they are putting on are not tough enough. Hungary and Slovakia are the EU's top purchaser of the bear energy and have opposed the European Commission's efforts to phase it out. On Friday, the U.S. Secretary of Energy Chris Wright told Politico that the U.S. wants to displace all of the bear gas, saying that the more we can strangle the bear ability to fund this, war, the better for all of us. I guess Donald missed the part that the bear 2022 and 2023 Russia, the bear said, if their economy goes down, they're going to drag everyone with them too. Meaning that this is going to hit the fan. There will be a huge biblical war. Remember, Vladimir said, if we go down, everybody's coming. Everyone is coming. So by weakening the bear, by taking out the oil facility, again, you provoking the bear. And I'm not siding with the bear here. I'm not. I'm just letting you guys know that the bear said that if their economy goes down, it's going to be game on. India joins Belarus and the bear war games amid trade tensions with the U.S. Now, I did post a live stream. The title is Troubling News. Turn on your television. There's been a lot of troubling news happening these last 24 hours. The live broadcast, again, Tyler, the one that took out Charlie. Also, there's been a lot of other news. The Texas individual, the kid that was expelled from the university for mocking Charlie. There's been a lot of stuff, wars, and all these military drills and television. Again, turn on your television and you see a lot of those events that's hitting the fan. I mean, we are seeing some protests. I mean, we're seeing a lot of stuff. Indian troops have participated in the Russian-led Zapad 2025 military drills. The Bear State Agency, TASS, said on Tuesday, highlighting Moscow's close ties with New Delhi, whose growing ties with the U.S. have been strained by the imposition of hefty tariffs by the U.S. commander. The Indian Ministry of Defense confirmed that it had sent 65 armed forces personnel to participate in a 5-day military exercise, a theatrical demonstration of firepower conducted jointly by Russia and Belarus to test their combat readiness in the event of an invasion. The maneuvers, which feature 100,000 troops in a display of might that included nuclear-capable bombers and warships, took place at a time of heightened tensions, with NATO countries coming just days after the downing of the Bear drones in Poland last week. Today, we are conducting the final part of the Zapad 2025 strategic exercise, said Vladimir, wearing a military uniform. India was not the only foreign power involved, with task forces and military contingents from Iran, Bangladesh, Burkina Faso, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Mali also joining in, TASS reported, citing the Kremlin. Wow. So new nation entering these biblical war. But India participation led by a battalion of the highly respected Kumaon regiment and aimed at strengthening the spirit of cooperation and mutual trust, with the bear will have raised eyebrows amid signs that the U.S. may be losing a key ally in Asia, and that's India, seen as an important counterweight to China. Strains emerged between the two countries last month after the U.S. Commander administration imposed 50% tariffs on Indian imports, accusing New Delhi of fueling Moscow biblical war on Ukraine with its purchases of Russian oil. It's all about the oil. It's all about the oil. All right, so you got these countries purchasing the Russian oil, the Russians making profit. That profit money goes to war, and they keep striking and hitting Ukraine with them drones and also hypersonic and stuff. Earlier this month, the U.S. commander seemed to confirm the rift, posting on social media that both India and the bear appeared to have been lost to deepest, darkest red dragon, as the three countries closed up at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit in Tianjin. Now it says here, India-U.S. ties back on track. Well, but last week, the U.S. commander announced on X that India and the U.S. are continuing negotiations to address trade barriers between the two nations. He previously accused India of imposing high tariffs on U.S. goods. Indian Prime Minister responded to U.S. commander post on X saying India and the U.S. are close friends and natural partners. Alright, so we're going to go with this one here. Give me a second. Persia, Russia continues strategic alignment. Persia also participated in this year's Zapad. So from India to Iran now. Iran also participated in this year's Zapad, according to the TASS, though the presence of its troop was not confirmed by official channels. Tehran is known to be a close strategic partner of Russia, supplying it with self-detonating Shahed drones used in the Ukraine war and, according to Western intelligence sources, ballistic missiles. This year, the two countries signed a comprehensive strategic partnership treaty, deepening the relationship on military and other fronts. Tehran and Moscow launched a joint military drill in the Caspian Sea after the Holy Land launched bombings of Persia leading to 12 days of biblical war. The U.S. also joined the war after targeting Persia nuclear site with the bunker buster bombs. So this happened this happened yesterday, I think. These are U.S. military in Belarus. On Tuesday, the U.S. confirmed that its military officials observed the military drills the previous day after accepting an invitation to the event. So you got the U.S. on the right side. They're not smiling. They are not smiling. Now it says here the U.S. presence on the sidelines comes as it tries to wrestle Russia into bringing its war in Ukraine to an end while seeking closer ties with Belarus. All right, so we are definitely seeing some stuff here, guys, when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Now guys, there was a representative, McCall, says that he will retire, but GOP worries about World War III after Russian escalation. So he believed that things could hit the fan. Things could literally hit the fan really quick. All right, so give me a second here, guys. So I want to take you to this one here. We're going to take a break from the nation against nation. I want to take you to this here because I'm also seeing the struggle. I don't know about you guys. I know many of you are probably going through the struggle too when it comes to, you know, going out and paying bills and paying rent and food, grocery and stuff like that. And gas prices is low. I'm like, man, the gas prices is low, but the food prices is just ridiculous, man. I just spent like almost $500. Come home with like only like 15 bags, but man, things are looking pretty tough. And a stark reminder of the ongoing cost of living crisis. New data from the Bureau of Labor Statistic reveals that grocery prices across the United States have surged to another highest level in 3 years. Families are feeling the pinch. That's right. As everyday staples like coffee, tomatoes, and beef before pricier, exacerbating financial strains amid broader economic pressure. Now, things are really tough. I mean, Donald said that things look fine, but here's the thing. I'm not bashing Donald, but Donald is a rich man. Again, him, middle class, I mean, not middle class, his buddies, the rich one, they don't see it. They don't. And from what I heard, his young ones, they made profits from Bitcoin and stuff like that. See, poor like us, again, it's there's that saying, the rich get richer, the poor gets poorer. The report highlights sharp increases in several key food categories. Instant coffee prices have jumped by 4.9%, reflecting volatility in global commodity markets. Tomatoes are up 4.5%, while beef roast have risen by 4%. Apples and lettuce each saw 3.5%. See, a lot of this stuff here you could grow in your backyard. Tomatoes you could grow, apples and lettuce. I mean, you could grow this stuff yourself. Hike making fresh produce less affordable for many households. You could go out fishing and just catch fish, protein and stuff like that. I mean, a lot of these things you could do yourself. Earlier this year, egg prices, and again, you know, chickens and stuff, I mean, I had like 20 chickens, man, and they were putting out like 30 eggs a day. I was getting the brown eggs, the blue eggs, the white egg. I was getting all the color eggs, man, until I got a knock on the door. The you had the city county come. Hey, you got too many chickens, right? And you're not supposed to have a rooster. Okay. After 2 years having these chickens, now all of a sudden you're telling me that. So they say I could have only 4 chicken, and I have to get a license, and I have to have a private fence, and it just. I miss those chickens now, and I miss those chickens. It's like they don't want you to have chickens. I mean, against America, man, we're supposed to have chickens, man. Earlier this year, egg prices shattered records with the average cost of a dozen large egg reaching $6.23 in March, more than double the price from the previous 12 months, after climbing nearly 6% for the third straight month. Not all categories are faring worse. However, some items offered minor relief. Peanut butter prices dipped 1.7%, dry beans fell 3%, and canned ham decreased by as much as 4.9%. Despite these pockets of stability, the overall trend points to a tough reality for American shoppers. At the heart of these escalation are U.S. commander sweeping global tariffs, which economists warn are rippling through the food supply chain. According to the Tax Foundation, approximately 75% of food product imported into the U.S. already face import duties, with rates between 10% and 30%. The U.S. commander recent imposition of a 50% tariff on Brazilian coffee and beef exports tied to his dissatisfaction with Brazil handling of investigations into farmer leader has intensified the issue. Brazil current president Luis Inácio sharply criticized the move in an op-ed for the New York Times, calling the tariffs misguided and illogical. He urged dialogue with the U.S. commander administration, emphasizing the need for cooperative trade relations. The political turmoil in Brazil adds another layer of uncertainty. Now, once again, this person's recent conviction for attempting a military coup, resulting in a sentence of 27 years and 3 months, could further disrupt exports and drive coffee prices even higher. These developments comes as further blow to U.S. households already grappling with elevated costs for fresh produce, coffee, and meat. Rising food prices are causing many Americans to struggle to make ends meet. The report notes, underscoring the human impact of these policy-driven shifts. Living paycheck to paycheck. Is it Donald's fault? Well, Donald keep telling these companies to eat the tariffs. Give me a second here. Look at this here. Holy Land security officials estimate that upwards of 400,000 Palestinians have evacuated so far from the city towards the zone in southern Gaza. Remember, we mentioned about thousands are heading south. That's the one right there. All right, guys. This is all the information. I'm not gonna stay too long. But I want to thank every single one of you for your support. Thank you so much. This is where we are right now, and yeah, I'm just gonna end it here. But again, share the video, like and subscribe, and thank you so much, guys, for the Patreon. For those of you that want to become a member of Patreon, we do have the link in the description box. $5 a month, we get you access to our live stream. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on this platform. And again, for those of you that want to send us prayer or excuse me, letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Have a good night, guys. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Till next time later. Peace.